did you guys really think I wasn't going to show you how I did my makeup? If you're coming from this without seeing my curler vid, this probably is weird. This is 80s inspired makeup, okay? I'm using the word inspired liberally. Half these things I've seen through makeup tutorials, the other half I've learned from my mom. And I say the makeup techniques I learned were honestly from the 80s and 90s. Anyway, suffice to say, these techniques are not true to 80s. First, I'm just color correcting my under eyes with pink concealer. Then I'm gonna go in with this Lancome Ultra Tint Wear something. I can't speak French. In 225 neutral. I'm just doing one pump. Then I'm just taking a little bit of my contour. Not a lot. Here's the clip right here. If you know, you know. Then I'm going to take my bronzer right on top of that and kind of just honestly place it where my blush would go. I will say this is the biggest difference I learned between my mom and the internet telling me how to do makeup, was I learned that when you get bronzing powder, you should put it all over your face. And then once again, because this is bronzy, I'm taking powdered bronzer now. I'm just applying it pretty much where I put all the other bronzer at. I'm not putting any concealer on. The eye look I kind of want to go for is like a pink brown. I'm going to go ahead and use like a brown pink and take that all over my eyelid. And then just taking a little bit and doing it to our under eyes as well. I'm going to go in with a thin angle brush. Pick up a kind of warm but neutral brown. And I'm just gonna stamp that right near my lash line. And honestly, do not worry if this is not perfect, because I'm just blurring those two together with the excess of the pink brush. And also, I'm just gonna smudge out the corners. My goal is not to necessarily make a wing. I'm just doing so because I'm going to do my bottom lash line now with that same brown powder. And I like the way they look when they kind of connect together. If you can see the difference, it's really subtle. From here, I'm going to take my brown Can Make eyeliner and I'm going to just line the top waterline. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and powder my face. Now that I'm sufficiently powdered, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a setting spray. Oh, that feels so good. I was so hot from these curlers. And let that dry. I'm just gonna go in with this Korean brand. The staying power of this stuff is insane, but it is also really hard to remove. Give my eyelashes a quick curl. This is one of the few brown mascaras I have found that don't show up like brown black. Once again, mascaras used to be so cool. What happened? While I'm letting that first coat dry, I'm gonna go in with my Ritual Defeat Bee Sting. When I say I'm going in very lightly, I'm going in very lightly. That's it. They sent me this as a sample and honestly I was a little worried it would not work out for me, but honestly I do like it a lot. Doing the sandwich method, I'm gonna go ahead and put powder blush on now. This is the MAC Stranger Things collab in the shade Friends Don't Lie. To this day I still talk about how trash that ending was. So honestly I'm just taking it up to the sides and then people call this boyfriend blush. I don't really know. I'm taking it really just down the whole cheek area. Do another coat to the top and a coat to the bottom. And then I'm using that same blush on my lips. I have a different lipstick that I use, but I cannot find it, so who cares? No, I really do care. Shit. Okay, here it is. The Maybelline Superstay Teddy Tint in 10. Yeah, that's a better color match. And then just for some dimension, I'm adding just a little bit of this highlighter, and that's just to the highest points on my face. Here's the final look. Like I said, 80s inspired. I know this isn't exactly accurate, but if you grew up in this era and you did your makeup, let me know what products you used and the techniques you did to apply them.